friends, and welcome back to Mom Time Cinema. I'm Amber, a mom, a wife, and I happen to really love a good movie. Today's episode is something different. Okay? This one's not for the kids. I'm talking about the final Mission Impossible movie and how it reminded me of some powerful biblical truths about purpose, trust, and sacrifice. Before heading to the theater, I did something a little extra. I watched all 7 of the previous Mission Impossible movies over the course of a week. Some were fresh, some I had forgotten, and a couple I had never even seen. On the way to the theater, I gave my husband a full rundown, start to finish, of each movie, each mission, every betrayal and twist. It was like watching one long epic journey of a man constantly giving up everything for something bigger than himself. This final installment brought everything full circle. The stunts were incredible, of course, but the deeper story really stood out. You have Ethan Hunt, who isn't just fighting bad guys, he's fighting to protect the world from deception, from corruption, from systems that want to control more than justice. And doesn't that sound a little familiar? So the Bible tells us in John 10:10 that the thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. Ethan's mission echoes that. He chooses to protect others at his own cost. There's this constant theme of sacrifice in the Mission Impossible series. In almost every film, Ethan gives up something. Peace, safety, love, for the greater good. And isn't that what Jesus did for us? Romans 5:8 says, "But God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us." There's also this thread about faith, trusting your team, choosing truth even when it costs everything, and staying loyal in a world that's full of lies. Proverbs 3:5-6 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight." That's what Ethan had to do over and over. Walk into impossible situations, not knowing the outcome, but believing in his purpose. What really hit me was how the film treated legacy. It wasn't just about one last mission, it was about what kind of world was he leaving behind. As a mom, that resonated. I think about my kids all the time, what they're going to grow up to be, how they're growing up, what they'll inherit, and how my daily choices shape their future. We might not be dangling from helicopters or defusing bombs, but we're still on mission. So one verse that stayed with me after the movie was 2 Timothy 4:7. "I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith." That's what this final movie felt like, a man finishing his race. And not just with fists and gadgets, but with conviction, heart, and a willingness to be the one who stands in the gap. That's something we're all called to do, especially as believers, whether in our homes, our communities, or just within our hearts. If you've watched the other movies, this final one is worth your time. But even if you haven't, it does hold up as a story about sacrifice, conviction, and holding on to purpose no matter how hard the road gets. It's a reminder that the real impossible missions are often the ones we're already living, and that we don't walk them alone. Thanks for sharing the screen time with me. If this spoke to you, subscribe or share it with another movie-loving mom or believer. I'm Amber, and this is Mom Time Cinema. Until next time, keep the faith and finish your mission well.